Guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. It's very obvious that what Nigerians have been running away from and what we've been castigating and considered to be a very heavy fine, or sorry, very heavy crime in this country may finally come to pass. I'm talking about revolution, especially considering the current economic situation. Don't forget that just fairly recently, the electricity tariff has been increased almost to 300%. Some people don't even understand the whole story behind it, because if you hear what they're telling us, that's the text that have been sent across to Nigerians about the increment in the electricity tariff. It seems not to be understood, because from calculation is about 300% increase that we are going to envisage starting from 1st of September. And it didn't just stop there. The Petroleum Product Marketing Company on Wednesday had announced that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation retail outlet will now be selling fuel for 151.56 kobo per liter, while the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria had been directed also, or had directed its members to sell for about 162 naira. Some people are selling for 150, so some are selling for 161, some are selling for 151. And guess what? This has triggered a lot of reaction from different quarters. And I'm going to just bring to you some of the responses of Nigeria. I'm going to start up with the university, student union government of a particular university in Osun State, Solarin University of Education, Ajagun Ijebu Ode, Ogun State, what they have to say. And I'm going to read the exact word that the student union president had to tell Nigerians, because right now what is going on is really unbelievable. The name of the guy is Abdul Aziz Lekan Soneye, and according to him, he says that war is coming and it will consume every one of us here if K is not taken. Electricity fee has been hiked by 300%. Petrol is now 160. 160 in some places, and some places 162. It means landlord will increase house rent to meet up with electricity bill. We shouldn't forget we were still envisaging problem that will arise as students wouldn't find it easy to pay for house they didn't occupy for several months after the pandemic that had affected our sponsors' income. With increase in fuel price, shuttle fare on campus would increase. Price of food items had also increased. It means cost of living would be so high that it wouldn't be reasonably affordable to students. There is a war far beyond clamor for resumption, and we either confront the government on the street now or face humiliation when school resume. The war shall consume us all if we do not fight. That's what he has to say, and that represents, the standpoint of the student, considering what is currently ongoing. Politicians have also reacted. I'm going to tell you or read to you some of the reactions of politicians, and you will understand why most of them are coming from the direction they are coming. And let's just look at randomly one or two persons who have reacted to this whole show. Now let's look at Reno Omkri. Reno Omkri came up and told Nigerians that everything seems to have increased ever since these guys came on board as that's ever since APC came on board. And he made a lot of references, which I am going to share with you. First of all, he talked about the issue of their reaction when President Jonathan raised the fuel price. And he said, and I quote, he said, Jonathan raised minimum wage, then reduced his salary before increasing fuel price. Yet, official APC shut down Nigeria with hashtag Occupy Nigeria. Buhari has not raised minimum wage or reduced his salary, yet he increased fuel and electricity in one way. in one day. Will you accept this? He went further to say that Buhari's wife flew to Dubai during lockdown with presidential jet. Buhari's daughter flew to a private Juba in a presidential jet. Buhari has 10 presidential jets. Hear this: 10 presidential jets with a large crew. If he wants money, let him sell 9 of them instead of increasing fuel prices. Man, it's really, really high. I tell you the whole truth. No matter what anybody will say, this is absolutely wrong. And I believe a lot of people who castigated Jonathan right now are really, really regretting, because currently everything seems to be nosediving. When Jonathan left, what we have was about $9 billion, dollars as our foreign debt, but now it has increased to about $30 billion. Fuel now has moved from 87 when Jonathan was on board to about 162 naira. And guess what? There is no hope that is going to go down anytime soon. And the most unfortunate thing is this issue of politics in Nigeria. The thing seems to have blinded a lot of people to an extent whereby they will still be supporting their government instead of them to meet their government and say, please do something about this. This has to do with the people. It has nothing to do with anyone. It has a lot to do with the people. But hey, because of politics, most people seems not to reason well. As far as it's our own people that is on board, we are okay. Now, just when this thing happened, PDP came up earlier and released a statement through its national publicity secretary, Mr. Kola Olagbondiyan, rejecting the new fuel price and hike in electricity tariff. I'm going to read exactly what Olagbondiyan did say. And according to him, he said the PDP fervently reject the fresh increase in the price of fuel to 151 naira per litre and electricity tariff to 66 naira per kilowatt per hour under the APC and its government. And that was what the guy said. And the next thing, what we saw was for one guy in APC, he came up and started saying things that it's really troubling to hear. It's as if people are not reasoning, or maybe you're not facing what the people are facing. Go to your social media. I can bet anybody. I don't stand for any political party. Tell you the whole truth. But go to the social media. Just um talk about you're giving out money to people and just see the reaction. And you'll be so surprised the personalities who are the first in the queue. These are top shot. These are people whom you feel that by now they should have enough in their pocket to steal. But hey, it's not possible because this thing is hitting everybody. But APC, despite what is happening, I at first I felt that they're going to go back to Presidency. Sir, this is not the right time to increase this. But hear what APC had to say. He said the attention of APC has been drawn to a shameless statement by PDP on the current petrol price and electricity tariff in the country. The pricing template now reflect competitive and market-driven components which are supported by the citizenry. No citizen is supporting it, sir. He went further to say in an effort by this administration to put an end to the estimated and arbitrary billing for electricity, President Buhari recently directed a nationwide mass metering program for electricity consumer in the country. And went further again to blast PDP by saying that a PDP should ensure, should cajole people who have stolen Nigerian wealth. Why things are like this? Because the stolen commonwealth of our country is still in the possession of some persons. And I was just like wondering, does it mean this guy doesn't really understand what Nigerians are going through? Guess who said this? It was a party former deputy national publicity secretary who said it. Guess what? As I'm talking to you right now, let me shock you. United States of America, they are preparing something very sumptuous for their own citizen. I tell you, they are preparing something very big for their own people. They are looking at, bringing up some other things to help during this period that people are really, really suffering. They are mapping up strategy to see how they can help their people during this period. America's plan, they're planning a new $2 trillion stimulus for citizens in the wake of COVID-19. Ghana, when this issue came up, has started paying utility bill for its citizens for months now. But look at our own situation. There is fuel increase. Everything is moving higher and higher. And someone, some way, just feel that people ought not to speak during this time. They should just keep quiet and applaud the president for increasing the price of. Do you understand what it means for people that are poor? Right now, I tell you the whole truth. You're going to see a drastic change in virtually everything. People are going to be trekking distances. Some people will have to dump their cars. Some will have to maybe possibly look for how they can procure bicycles so that they can meet up with the distances they have to travel. Because right now, you can't blame anybody. Prices of everything has increased. You can't begin to blame the boss guy that they are not doing well or this and that. We need to change our reasoning, bro. It's not good enough for us. The revolution we have been running away from, very soon, who knows? It may come like, a wild wind, such that nobody had ever expected it to hit us the way it will hit us. Please, let's wake up. President, please, I plead on behalf of the people. Call off this increase in fuel price. It's not helping matter. Look at how people are suffering. What we are going to be experiencing very soon will be increasing crime. There's no way that corruption would stop if we continue to hike everything well when there is no provision of even the commonest basic facility for the people. That's why I like to leave it.